Okay, this is Chapter 10, Spreadsheets Models, and this is question 1. And there's a lot to put in to set up spreadsheets. So you can use mine that already has the formulas in there. But what you'll need to do is change your parameters based on the data you're given in your question. It's likely it's not identical to mine. So you'll want to put in your fixed cost, your variable cost per book, your access price, and your demand based on your question 1 information. And then the rest of these numbers will populate because there's formulas in there. And so for 1A, it wants to know what my profit would be based on these parameters. And for me, it's a negative 23,800. And then for 1B, it wanted us to set up a data table with demand from 1 to 6,000 using increments of 200. And it wants to know where we're going to break even. So the way you're going to do this is your demand is going to be your profit, and it should already populate for you. And you're going to grab both of these columns right here. And then you're going to go to Data, What If Analysis, Data Table. You're not going to have anything in row input cell, and in column input cell, you're going to have demand. Tell it okay, it's going to populate. Then to answer the question, a break even is when you quit having a loss. And so right here, I have my first profit is at 3,800. So somewhere between 3,600 and 3,800, I broke even. I had a zero value somewhere in there. So to answer the question, for my answer is going to be that break even appears to be between 3,600 and 3,800. So you'll need to look at yours. Again, break even is going to be where I'm at 0. Okay. Then for C, it wants us to use goal seek to determine the access price per copy that the publisher must charge to break even at minus 3,200 copies is my demand. Yours may be different. Okay, so to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to say, what if analysis? It told us to use goal seek. My set cell is going to be profit to value 0. When my profit gets to 0, I'm breaking even by changing cell variable price. So when I tell it okay, it's going to run through some iterations. Oops. That isn't right. Let me do that again. What if analysis, goal seek, my set cell is profit. Sorry, it needed to be this profit to value 0 by changing cell access price. Run through my iterations, and there it is. I apologize that I was going over here when I should have been in this table. So that was the profit. So now you see it put that profit at 0. So my access price is $54.44. And then the last part of this question gave us a table. And something didn't copy over right because I only have 3 values. Okay, let me fix that. You'll want to copy your table over. Okay, so you'll put your values from your table in your question. Then what you're going to do, and there's this is a kind of lengthy, so let's go through it together. You are going to go to Data, What if analysis, scenario manager. And you're going to add scenario 1. And your changing cells are going to be these that I wrote for you over here. So it's going to be B6 to B7, comma, B11. Prevent changes. Make sure that's checked. Then for scenario 1, I'm going to put in my values that I have there. So I have 647. I need to change that to 2000. And tell it OK. Then I'm going to click Add Scenario 2. But my changing cells are still the same, so I don't need to change that. What I need to change is my values for scenario 2, which are 10, 42, and 3700. And then I need to add, again, scenario 3. My changing cells stays the same. Keep prevent changes. Scenario 3 is 12, 48, and 6000. Add scenario 4. Put in my values. Okay. Then add scenario 5. Okay, so right here would be a good place for you to pause this video and build your 5 scenarios. Okay, now you have your 5 scenarios in there. What you're going to do is you're going to click Summary, and the results cell is going to be this right here. That's going to be B41. Tell it OK. It built a whole nother sheet for you. And then you're going to take this bottom where it says results for your 5 scenarios. You're going to copy it over. And then you can answer the questions because it wanted to know which scenario yields the highest profit and what was the amount. My highest profit is 61,000. So that was scenario 3. And then it wants to know yields the lowest profit. And my lowest is going to be, looks like scenario 1 at 73,000, negative 73,000. So you'll make sure to put in a negative if your value is negative. And that concludes question number 1.